If you could give all of your money away right now, where would you give it and why?
I think I would split it in half, if that's a cop-out of the question. I think half would probably go to education, particularly for very bright students that don't have the opportunity to be in the field that I'm in, which is, urban studies, city planning, design, and the other one I would probably give to the arts.
You're already an active giver. How would you say what you're doing is different? Do you have a different philosophy about giving?
There's so many needs. So what I try to do is, I take some of the money that I have, and then I do what I would call minor gifts, anything between $10,000 and $100,000 to institutions that help the poor. For example, the homeless, the United Way, and then there'll be some for medical purposes, cancer research, things that somehow affect you. But the majority of the money I have used for, again, the University of Miami and University of Michigan for their architectural and design programs, and to the Miami Art Museum for their design program. I think every great city needs to have a great museum.
You're giving a combination of cash and some of your own art collection, is that correct?
That's correct. The gift is now, it was supposed to be $35 million, but they picked art that was appraised at more than what I was going to give. So it's going to end up being $40 million in art and cash.
And you let them go into your collection and say what they want?
They're picking the pieces,
oh,
right?
Really?
They've picked
and you're okay with that?
Yes, because I want the best pieces to go to the museum. I think people's lives are enhanced by the arts.
Do you have a story that you could share with me about, I don't know how much contact you have with people who've benefited from your giving, kids who've been exposed to art, nurses who've become more skilled in diagnosing disease. Do you have a story, a heartbreaking story that you would want to share?
When we were at the museum is not built, the new one that's why will carry my name, but the old one, and we had this program for children, and I was there in a class with the children, and they were being taught, and one of them came over and they had seen my name, and they just said, "I just love the arts, and I just want to thank you." And it was a minority kid I just want to thank you so much, for what you're doing, and making this. So you're going, this is like probably a 10-year-old, and it really, was very touching. And the teacher was right there, and so what they did was, because it was a field trip that I sponsored, they gave me this huge card signed by all the children, So those are very, touching moments, and it connects you with what you're actually doing and for who you're doing it.